Let's get it. All right, what we got next?
That's it. Our
Shit.
boy, man, taking advantage of this whole new era of cannabis, man. Why not?
Yeah,
Why
Tyson
not?
Ranch, man. He produces some of the finest cannabis ever um, graced the lungs of any human being on the planet
Right.
Earth.
To the
But
point
yeah,
where
I guess he had Evander Holyfield on his podcast at Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson,
okay,
and he was like, "Hey, man, we can make these gummy bears with bites out of the ears. It'd be holy ears." And
dope,
sure as
So they're
shit,
partners.
dope.
yeah,
That's
That
yeah,
is
what's up.
dope. I didn't know that part. That's
yeah.
dope. That's even better. Go ahead, Mike.
So yeah, so hopefully numbers are right, and yeah, they can look out for each other, man. That'd be fucking dope.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Said, man, I
and
remember that documentary they did. He was like, man, you ever think about they were inside some high rise and they were looking out, looking at all these skyscrapers and stuff. He was like, we should own this shit. Mike was saying that. I'm like, dude, you ever think about that? It's like this should be our stuff. You know what I mean? Considering how much money they fucking blew
yeah,
Yeah.
by not having the financial guidance at that time.
yeah,
And I'm
It,
just so grateful that this dude is still around to do a second act.
yeah,
yeah, man.
Because
Mike.
there's a lot of kids don't even know that he even boxed. Their introduction to him was The Hangover.
Yeah.
It was like, I like that dude. He's funny as hell. And we all like, dude, this was the baddest man on the planet for damn
Yeah.
near a decade. You know what I
yeah,
mean? But it's cool to see these guys get a second act. And I just appreciate him coming around and him being so like zen now.
yeah. He attributes a lot of that to psychoactives, doing mushrooms and DMT.
Wow.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so like if go on YouTube and just search for Mike Tyson his DMT experience, and everybody, they just call DMT the God molecule. I
Wow.
mean, it's supposed to take you, on that
Okay.
next plane,
This
and
gotcha.
everybody talks about how it's life changing. But yeah, fucking mellowed him out. Fucking shrooms
Dope.
and DMT.
Dope.
Yeah, and
When you
now
have
he is
and he
the
admitted
most.
his appetite. He's like, man, whenever I do something, it has to be all the way. If I'm doing coke, it got to be the most coke. If I'm doing, it got to be the most. If I'm doing, females, I gotta have, I can't just have one. It has to be over the top. And he was like, I had to learn how to, and I guess what you said, these treatments or whatever, is just putting a cap on his appetite. You know what I mean? It's just like not necessarily suppressing it. It's just reducing the urges, I
Mhm.
guess, to the point where he doesn't have to go out there and sneak and, go on a bender. Because I guess, most of his relationship, that's what he was doing.
Yeah,
He's the breadwinner. He was just going off on a bender. But for some reason, this dude, like his wives are like solid chicks,
yeah,
business ladies, attorneys, and all that stuff. And they like, look here, this is what we're going to do. You know what I mean? You like to get, you still like to get high. Let's get into this cannabis shit. I'll partner with you. We'll do this. We'll make moves. You're not going to be, the old school 90s Mike Tyson rich, but you're going to live a nice life. You're going to be fine. You'll
Mhm.
be able to take care of your kids. You're going to be, sustained. And look at him, man. He's making all the right moves.
yeah.
Considering where he was going, I never thought we'd be sitting here talking, about Mike Tyson like this, man.
The dude, have you heard him talk at
Yeah.
all just about philosophy?
Yeah.
This dude is fucking deep. Like I never would have
Mike
thought. Like,
Tyson is giving advice to cats,
yeah,
street dudes. Like, look, man, been there, done that. There's another way. And coming from him, cats are going to shut up, stop, and listen.
you
It's
got
coming
to.
from Mike. He comes from that life. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful thing, man. And I applaud his endeavors now, him doing this, and he's legit across the board.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Mike and shout out to Holyfield. Sometimes Mike says some questionable shit, but for me, I think that man's first half was so. Even though he had the most money, the big houses, the tiger, and all that shit, I
He
think
wasn't
that's when
happy.
yeah, and
He
he
just
had his
wasn't happy.
right, and he had his hardest run. And I guess we could say the same thing about Holyfield, man. Look at all them fucking kids he had, man.
That part.
He bought a mansion with like 100 rooms and still didn't have enough rooms.
It's that Rick Ross house.
There you
That's the
go.
house.
From
That was
Coming to
Holyfield's
America
house.
too.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was Holyfield's house.
And it's good to see a lot of our icons, whatever you feel about them. It's good to see our icons be able to feed themselves and not all fucking broke up and destitute. I love to see the stories like the Mike Tyson and Holyfield. I love to see the stories like Uncle Charlie Wilson. It's the same shit.
Yeah.
Uncle
Yeah.
Charlie got banned, drug problem, met his wife in rehab. She been with him ever since, and this motherfucker is making better music than he ever have in his life.
Second act.
Second act. You know what I mean? Look, we thought it was going to be away from Ron, but I guess he had some issues. But everybody can't win. But the thing is, man, Mike had it so hard. When you listen to him talk about his childhood and how he just damn near going to tears, man, it was just his road has been hell. Lost his baby. It's nice to see this brother smile, man.
Thank you.
Nice to see this brother smile.
And I love that there's a whole generation who don't even know that part.
Yeah.
All they know is hangover, cannabis guy.
Yeah, and you know what?
They don't know any of that stuff.
They don't need to.
I love it. I love it.
They don't need to, man, because after a certain point, man, these brothers deserve some kind of peace, man.
Yeah.
You know what
and
I'm saying?
And that's all he wanted.
Right.
Like you said, all that money he had, he just tricked it off because he was not happy.
Right.
You know what I mean? It wasn't about mismanagement of funds. Some of it was, but for the most part, nothing's going to go right if you're not happy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
He was the captain of his ship, and he was just like, man, I'm just not right in my spirit. I'm just not right. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And he humbled himself and pulled himself back up.
Did you guys ever see that one man show he did?
Loved it.
Yes.
Oh,
I saw both of the documentaries. Yeah. That shit was rough to watch.
Yeah, man. When
he actually beat Buster Douglas and all that shit.
The part when his wife was telling him, to turn around and talk to the, the audience, because it was the part about his daughter passing away.
Mm-hmm.
And he couldn't turn around. You know what I mean? Mind you, this is the baddest dude on the planet. You know what I mean? And he couldn't face that part. He was like, it was just too rough. And they were in real time. And she's like coaching him, like, Mike, you gotta go back out there. You gotta go. And he couldn't pretty much, continue on about, talking about his daughter. He got choked up, which, come on, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shit. But yeah, I love that Broadway play. I mean, and people, they got great reviews. It was Mike Tyson. He was talking about going to speech therapy and people helping him out with his words and all that. And he made it beautiful, man.
That's what's up.
Shit was dope. But yeah, man.
Absolutely,
definitely
man.
A big Mike Tyson fan, man. Even when he was on his other shit or whatever, he was just going through it.
Yep. Yeah. We all go through shit in our life, man. So
like, just think about when we watched that Barbara Walters special with him and Robin.
Yeah.
And she talked all that shit. And the baddest man on the planet is sitting there taking them hits.
Yeah.
Taking them to the chin.
On
live
TV.
I never did any
on
of
live
stuff.
TV. He's sitting there like,
wow. And she knew what she was doing. That bitch still rotten to this day, man. She should be she should be popping up in about 5 months. She pop out every 10 years. Mike whoop my ass.
Dude,
like that shit ain't saving your career.
That shit hurt. And I mean, like I said, she's talking, but I'm watching him. I never forget that of all the stuff that he's been on, that sticks out to me the most, that interview, because she went in and was just like this big ass victim, but yet he's right there. If he was that damn bad, y'all shouldn't even been on the couch together.
Right.
Yeah. The way she put him down, I can never forget that interview, man. Never.
Unless this bitch is an X-Man. She healed well from his beatings.
She was way too comfortable.
We saw what he did to Mitch Green with one.
Oh my god! Yeah, with no gloves on.
So she took the shit. She just took the
Right.
ass whooping. Like, come on, man. Like,
And she don't have a speech impediment.
right,
You
right.
know what I mean?
A limp, a permanent limp, a
Right.
lazy eye.
Mm.
Come on, man.
Permanent lazy eye.
Right,
None of that. But yet she's still sitting there like, oh my God, the abuse.
right.
You know, and I was just sitting there like, I'm looking at him like, Mike.
It was painful, man.
That hurt at all. Like all the stuff he's been through, going to prison, all that interview hurt me. Even
And I
worse
don't,
than when I saw him get beat by Buster. That interview hurt me.
and I don't think anybody believed that bullshit.
Nah, but the accusation, just making the
Stuck, yeah.
accusation is,
Just
yeah. And then now, like, of course, we remember Mitch Green and how fucked up his eye was just
Right.
from one punch in a street fight.
Mhm.
You know, not like beating your woman at home. You know,
right.
but come on, man. No. But like you said, she'll pop up. Yeah, it might beat my ass, you know, just
Right.
to steal
Just to
some of his
stay-
shine
yeah,
and
just to
knock
stay
him down a
relevant,
little
right.
bit.
Yeah,
Mike
just
beat
to
my
stay
ass.
relevant. I wonder if
Mike-
he can make a gummy for me.
Yeah.
Right. You want to put me on there with a swollen eye gummy, bitch? Tyler Perry, can you put me in a play? Mike whoop my ass. Shut up.
Wow.
He gonna put her on there with Elvin.
Yeah, man. Let's not even get that no more shine. Mike is doing good.
There you go.
Yeah.
Taking care of business. You know what I mean? He's legit across the board, man. The dude is putting out great energy. You know what I
Right.
mean? And I didn't even know him and Holyfield teamed up on this one. I thought it was just him. And somebody like, hey, Mike, you might want to go ahead and go drop this or whatever. It's a good,
Right.
marketing scheme. But that's dope as hell if him and Holyfield is teamed up on this. That's
Yeah.
dope.
Mike
That's
bites.
That is dope.
I want some of them shits.
Yeah, man, take a tragedy, man, and flip that shit. Make some money off of it, man. And now that everybody can sit back and somewhat enjoy that kind of, because it was painful. That was some painful
man.
shit. Mike, to me, was the ultimate,
Come on,
brawler. But then all of a sudden, it just turned real street. It went from professional to street. Like, you do whatever you got to do to survive a ass whooping, and that's what happened. Like, motherfucker, I stab you, I dive on you, I bite you, do whatever I got to do to make sure you don't knock me the fuck out. And that's what he did. I get it, but
Hey, you guys think that Holyfield will have a problem? Him being a man of the cloth now. Now he's accepting drug money.
no, because it's legit. It's legit now.
I don't know.
It's legalized cannabis in how many states?
Yeah.
Who sits on the board now? Old boy from Ohio. What was that? The dude who was always crying.
Oh, John Boehner.
John Boehner. Come on, man. Don't get no more holier than thou than that. Yeah, so stop it. It's legalized money. It just can't get FDIC, but yeah, it's legalized money. Legal business now. Yeah, he'll accept that shit. He still got those kids he got to take care of, damn it.
Oh, shit. That was like 20 years ago. Them kids should be grown by now.
Don't matter.
Right
Don't
on.
matter. Don't matter, man.
Right on, gentlemen.
He's still going to have a kid in high school.
Yeah, always.
Yeah. For the next little shit, 4 or 5 years. I saw the documentary of him training one of his sons or whatever, boxing or some shit. But yeah, you still got, man, your family's your family. You just don't cut them off at 18. Motherfuckers still gonna come around. You know how much gas costs? Everybody need help. But yeah, man. Wine of the week.
What we got?
Chateau, Sovereign Rain, some shit, man.
Oh, when it's empty.
Yeah, it was. It was good. It's good and it's gone. Man, don't be thinking I'll be starting off on a full bottle. That ain't the case, man. That ain't the case, man. I still got to punch that clock, man.
We drink a bottle and talk this shit.
Give me one of them Holyfield ears, man.
There you go.
Tuck myself
I'm trying to give you one of the motherfuckers. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's this week's show.
Yeah.
Thank you for the new subs. And
Thank you.
again,
Appreciate it.
if there's something you want us to talk about, please leave a comment and
Yeah.
we'll try to get to it.
Hey, and like and goddamn subscribe. Next time we're gonna say this shit at the beginning. 100
Nobody watches this shit to the end.
Right, 100, right. They probably like, you might as well shut up. 180, no, 200. Let me not shortchange this. 280 something motherfuckers.
Yeah.
130 something views on a video, and it's 4 likes, nigga. Hit the dislike button. It don't
We gotta
work
say
no
that. We gotta say that at the
Right.
beginning. You're right.
Right.
You're right. Man, hit that damn
more.
like.
Right, I'm
button.
gonna
It's
have to
important.
add that into the intro.
Yeah. Write that down for
Right.
next week. I gotta say something in the beginning because that's where we get them.
Right.
The first 5 minutes is where we get them.
Right.
That's it, man.
Right on. All right, gentlemen.
All right.
It's
Thank
been real, man. Good talking with y'all brothers.
Yes, sir. Next week.
Peace.
Peace.